All right, here we are, special episode of the Football Jones podcast because we have three Joneses on here. Aaron Jones, Alvin Jones, and of course myself. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good. You?
Hey, I'm doing very well. Thank you guys for your time. This is a special time this week coming up with Independence Day, and you guys are doing a lot of stuff with your foundation for military, children of military members, and so I want to talk to you guys about that. So we're gonna get into that. We'll get into some football talk as well. So first, Aaron, kind of take me through what's this offseason been like for you. You're coming off of back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, got a contract extension. What has this offseason been like for you?
It's been a crazy offseason. I'd probably say one of the craziest one I've been a part of. Not knowing where I was going to play at, to signing a contract, and then had some personal stuff happen in my life. So just feel like I'm on a roller coaster, but I'm ready to get back on the field.
Have you gotten to catch your breath at all? Has it started to settle down yet?
It has. When I got to go back up there for OTAs and things, it felt like it settled down. I'm back on the field, my happy place, and just can go play.
What are the expectations like for you? Like I said, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, you got a new contract. Is that a pressure type of situation for you, or how do you view it?
No, I don't view it as pressure. I mean, I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be at. Now my expectation is just to continue to elevate my game in every way, and running the ball, catching, blocking, just continue to elevate. And my goal is to have better seasons than I've had previously.
Gotcha. And so what do you think? If you guys have everything all in place, you guys have been very close the last couple of years. What do you think you guys' potential could be, if you guys have continuity for this upcoming year?
Like you said, I feel like we've been close 2 years in a row. So, I feel like there's only one thing left to do is win it all. That's my goal. And I feel like that's all 32 teams' goals coming into the beginning of the season. But I feel like we have a little bit more added since we've been there the past 2 years in the NFC Championship game.
What will get you guys over this hump?
Just finishing. Just finishing when we get to that game. I feel like we did a great job all season, and just finishing now when we get to that big game. Now,
Alvin, you had a little stint there with the Baltimore Ravens. And I know that you are cheering your brother along and everything like that, but where are you in your career right now? Are you still pursuing that type of dream? Are you trying to get back to the league, or what's your focus?
Yeah, I'm still pursuing that dream, but right now I've just been working out, staying ready, helping Aaron anything he needs, my family, whatever, but staying ready.
Now, you guys did get to face off with each other. Was that in the preseason, correct?
Yeah, it was the preseason, but Aaron, he didn't play.
So, okay. So I remember seeing pictures of you guys with the jersey swap and everything like that. What will it take, you think, for you, Alvin? What do you try to focus on to get yourself? I know it's a waiting game, but how do you stay focused? How do you stay motivated?
Hold on, I can answer that. He's just waiting on his opportunity. That's it.
Yeah, you just control what you can control at the end of the day, because sometimes you never know how somebody's gonna get hurt, they're gonna call you or whatever. You just stay ready and control what you can control.
Now, growing up, did you guys ever expect? I know everybody dreams of it, of getting to the NFL, of having the opportunity to play in the NFL. But was there a particular point growing up where you guys felt like this was a realistic possibility?
Yes, sir. It's always been our goal, NBA or NFL. We played basketball growing up as well. But I feel like once we got to college, and we were able to play kind of right away, and it wasn't a big drop off or a big change from high school to college for us. I feel like we fit in pretty well, and then as you start to play, you start playing some of the SEC school. We didn't come from a big school, but you start playing some of those SEC schools, seeing how you rank up against them, and you play well and your numbers don't lie. So that's when we start thinking, hey, we could really do this. We've been doing it at a high level our whole life. Why not continue to do it?
Now, how did you guys wind up falling into your position? So, Aaron, you're a running back. Alvin, you're a linebacker. Take me through how you guys decided where you were going to play and which pass you're going to pursue.
That was my first running back was my first position. I remember we went out for our first little league team, and they had us racing. I was the fastest kid, so they put me at running back. And I've been playing running back ever since. And then when I moved to Texas, they put me at receiver. And then back in my junior year, they moved me back to running back in high school, and then I've been there ever since. But I feel like running back was my natural position. I also played corner. I think it's something our dad kind of seen our body types, or seen like he seen my brother was a little bit more aggressive than I was, and like to hit people. So I feel like he was like, yeah, you'll be good at linebacker. He knows the game a little. He knows the game, so it all worked out.
So Alvin, so you just always were naturally drawn to that linebacker position?
No. So in high school, starting in middle school, I started playing safety and it was playing quarterback. And then my freshman year, I played quarterback. I didn't play defense. I didn't play defense until my senior year.
Really?
And then my senior year, I moved to quarterback and then had like 20 touchdowns. And that's when UTEP was like, oh, why don't you come UTEP?
Okay.
And then at UTEP, I went to my redshirt year. They was like, we want you to meet with the linebacker coach.
What did you think of that?
I didn't really have much of an opinion on it because I didn't know what to think. I think my biggest problem I had when I first moved to linebacker, because at safety, you playing 15 yards deep. Linebacker, you 4 to 5 yards, and you got to go hit the lineman every time.
Yeah.
I think that was and then once I got the hang of that, I was like, oh, it's the same.
Gotcha. What was it like for you guys being on the same team all the way through college? I mean, that's something that, to be twins and both be on the same team, when you're young, but then to keep on all the way through college, what was that like for you guys?
A blessing. It was like you can look on the field and you're like, oh yeah, he gonna handle business no matter what. It don't matter who on the field, he gonna take care of it. And I feel like at UTEP that was basically like a sigh of relief for us because we was like, yo, we gotta score the ball if we want to win. Like, so and he went out there and did just that. So it was just a blessing. And then you have his leadership around everyone who's pushing everyone to be better.
Gotcha. And what was it like for you, Aaron?
It was a lot of fun. That was kind of our goal coming out of high school to continue to play together in college, and so just to be able to do that was the blessing. And how he said I was the best player on offense and he was the best player on defense. So it's like he'd make a play and I'd get hyped and I'd be ready to go right back on offense and make a play because I seen him make a play. And so it was still like us competing in a way, like, all right, you're going to go make a play. Okay, now I need to go make a play and get you turned up. So it was a lot of fun. It's something I wouldn't trade for the world. And I hope one day we can be on the same team again.
I bet. Now, you guys, you bounced around the country a little bit, with your parents being in the military. Where were some of the places you guys live and what was that like for you?
We were born in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, moved to Germany, Heidelberg, Germany, and Mannheim, Germany. Then moved to Clarksville, Tennessee. Both my parents deployed. We went to Norfolk, Virginia. And then after that, where did we go? We went to Virginia when they both deployed, then back to Tennessee when they came back to Virginia. They ended up getting stationed there after they came back from deployment. And then we moved to Texas.
And how did you guys deal with that? I guess you really had no choice, but what kept you guys just with all that instability, being away from your parents? Alvin, how did you guys kind of navigate that type of lifestyle?
It was just, we leaned on each other. And then my sister, so at the time we were probably like in the second grade, and my sister, she was in high school. So she kind of took on a motherly role, but we went to live with our aunts and uncles. But it's a little different. Like, you got your siblings, you know how y'all run things, how it happens at your house. So she tried to keep us on a routine, try to keep us just keep going, keep our mind off of like our parents. Cause at that age, you're like, oh, my parents are just in Iraq. Can't wait for them to come back. You don't really know like the sacrifice that they're making, that And a lot of times kids don't have parents to come back. So she did like a great job of keeping us busy and things like that.
How did that experience, you guys have this foundation, A&A all the way, where you guys try to make a difference and do things for kids, the children of military members. What was it about your upbringing that made you feel like, hey, this is something that we should continue to do, we should start and do?
I feel like the military just had a big impact on our lives, not only our lives, but my family's lives. Just it changed their lives and kind of changed our lives and broke a lot of generational curses for them and set us up to where we can be right now. And is setting our families up for the future. So the military is everything. It's taught us so much, like discipline, hard work, commitment, respect, being there on time, being accountable. It's so many things it's taught us, and that'll forever be instilled in me. And so I never served, but I'm grateful that my parents served. And I always say, somebody asked me would I ever serve, and I say no. I already did through them. They served enough time for me.
Yeah, it was at 56 years combined between the two of them, right?
Yes, sir. And I always say when if it's just one parent or if it's multiple parents, if you have somebody who you're living with and they're in the military, the child, the spouse, whoever lives in the house, they serve as well. They have to make those sacrifices and commitments as well.
When would you think that you guys, what age were you guys, Alvin, when you kind of realized, like, man, like our parents are sacrificing a lot, our family is sacrificing a lot for our country?
I think probably as I got older, probably into middle school, you start to see it, because we came to Fort Bliss, and you, as you're older, you have people that are still going overseas and their parents aren't coming back. Mm-hmm. So you start to realize the magnitude of it. So you you stop taking oh, my mom's, she's here, whatever, I don't want to hang out with her. You stop taking things like that for granted.
Gotcha. And so then when was it that you guys decided to start this foundation to minister to the children of military members?
Well, I think so. Our foundation, so we work with the military a lot, but it's all kids.
Okay.
So we Aaron had a shoe drive for his playoffs. For however many yards he ran, he gave away that many shoes in Green Bay. And then in El Paso, we have camps. We probably 2 weeks ago, we went to 5 schools, donated shoes to all of them. So it's all kids. And I think that started probably, my dad's always giving back. Didn't matter if he didn't know you or not, he'd give you the shirt off his back if he felt like if he could trust you.
Right. Gotcha. And so then you guys just wanted to carry that on, type of thing.
Yes.
Gotcha. Now,
yes,
can you tell me about the Freedom Is program, this video series that you guys have started?
What'd you say?
Can you tell me about the Freedom Is program that you guys have started?
Oh, yes. So freedom, we know freedom can mean different things to different people. So when we first came out with it, we did freedom is, and we left the line blank. But to me, freedom is family. Just being able to spend time with your family. You take, like we said, you kind of, when you're younger, you kind of take those things for granted, but then you see parents not coming back or different things like that. And you stop taking it for granted, and you realize, for me, my family's everything. They've raised me, they've groomed me to be who I am. Sports, the same way they groomed me to be who I am. Always been there supporting. So for me, family is everything. Even through tough times, I've leaned on my family. So being able to walk around free in this country, freedom to me is just being it's family. I mean, you have family all around the world.
Right. And so for Alvin, how do you, when you're talking to kids about freedom and what we have in this country, what are some of the points you hit on?
Some of the points I hit on is just basically for little kids, they won't understand into detail, but it's basically when you're at your happiest time, what's making that, what's causing that. That's your freedom. And a lot of people, it's gonna be with your family. I get to see especially military family. You get to see your family. You get to, because people don't understand that a lot of these kids they'll go home and their parents won't be there. And then especially out in El Paso, it's different because you have kids, a lot of kids raise themselves. So it's just being able to give back, help them realize that everything is like it doesn't matter where you come from. You can be great at whatever you do.
What is it like? You guys are having that football camp for kids down there in your hometown. What is that experience like for you when you are able to give back to kids like that?
It's a great experience. You know, we get close to 1,000 kids. We have to shut down the registration. So just the love and support that they show us here is amazing. And then you get to go out there and you realize like, hey, these kids are so happy to be here and to meet us. And we were once in their shoes before. So that's why I don't like to charge kids for camp, because I was once one of those kids, and I believe like it's a part of just giving it back to your community, the same people who support you. But no, I enjoy being out there. You see the kids get like kind of starstruck, and I have to tell them, hey, I'm no different from you. I grew up in the same place, walked the same halls and different things like that. So for me, it's a motivating thing as well. I get to get out there and just kind of talk to the kids and let them know, hey, I'm normal like you and I'm no different from you, and you can do the same things that I did, but I want you to do them better.
And Alvin, how about you? Oh, you're on mute. We got you on mute, Alvin.
Oh, man. I said it's always a great feeling out there, just because you got kids want to have fun. They like look up to you, and they're like, oh, it's basically what he said. They're starstruck, but to you, it's like, oh, we're just giving back. Like you're having fun with these kids, and I don't know. It's just a blessing. It's always a blessing to be able to give back to others.
Right. I bet. And for you guys, I imagine, are you running the defense, Alvin, and Aaron, you running the offense, or how do you guys split up the coaching?
So I usually take like everybody through a warm up, and then we'll split it up. Like offense will go down there with Aaron and whoever like had come down there. So we've had like teammates and things like that help out. So then we'll break it by position after offense, defense, and then everyone has a coach, and you just run them through drills, and then Aaron will bring the running backs down to the linebackers, and we'll do like things against each other, and like just
that's when it gets fun.
Really, just to have the kids having fun.
Good deal. Well, hey, I really appreciate you guys' time, and I wish you guys the best of luck, Aaron, as you enter in the season, and Alvin, as you keep on working for your opportunity. But it's great work that you guys are doing in your community, and also for the children that are their parents are serving in the military.
Thank you for having us.
Can you tell everybody where they can find out more about you guys' foundation?
ANAalltheway.org. It has events. We're having a silent auction that's up there. Has all the events and everything that we're doing, so you can stay up to date. It's on ANAalltheway.org.
And on our social media pages, ANA All the Way Foundation.
Good deal. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great one.
We got 4 Joneses in here.
Oh, there we go. Now right there. Is that your little son?
Yes, sorry. He's Junior. I named him after me.
Okay, there you go. Hey, maybe we'll be talking about you. We'll be interviewing you in a few years, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.